Hey, my name's Kim.
I'm Sophia.
It's the year 2000, and man, the apocalypse is upon us. And I don't know if any of you are going to see this video ever, but just in case, some of you make it out alive, we're making this video just to show you how we're surviving. And I hope all of you out there are doing okay, and I hope we all make it through Y2K. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do when you feel something bad coming on.
First, you have to lock the door and hold the flag.
You want to completely secure your house so that no one can get in. Find any way that somebody could get into your house so that you can protect yourself and all your supplies. Alright, the next thing you need to do is figure out your food supply. So, before any disaster, you should already have some food stockpiled. Here we got some cabinets full of broth and canned soup, stuff that won't expire easily. Got, all the canned goods. And you should have all this stockpiled and ready to go, things that are easy to eat, so you don't have to cook it while you're in a disaster situation.
So each person needs a gallon of water per day, and you guys must drink 2 liters of water per day, and water must be really sanitized and clean.
So this is a good thing that we have, and it's a little cooking kit, and so you got all different sorts of pots and pans for cooking, and you're probably not going to have electricity if you're in the middle of an apocalypse, so you can cook with this over a little gas stove if you have one of those, or a wood fire, and you got all sorts of measuring cups and utensils and things for cooking when you don't have a lot of resources. And make sure everything's sanitary, and boil your water, and all that fun stuff. Alright, it's our first night. We don't have any electricity. We've been using a generator for most of the day. I don't know how long our fuel is going to last. Luckily, we had a bunch of candles. We have some flashlights. I made sure that we had a bunch of extra batteries, so we should be good for a while. Once those run out, we have a big stockpile of wood, and we have a bunch of trees in the backyard, so we should be good on fuel for a while for cooking. I have a little gas burner, so hopefully we'll be fine for a while. Good night, guys. Alright, well, I was just getting ready to go to bed, and I was thinking to myself, if someone ever finds this video, are they even going to know what Y2K is? I'm going on talking about it. Do you even know what I'm talking about? And so I thought I'd just take a second and tell you kind of what I'm going through and what this is all about. So Y2K stands for the year 2000, and it really all started back in the 50s and 60s when computers were really taking off as a household item and in businesses and whatnot. And computer programmers, they coded dates as 2 digits for the month, 2 digits for the day, and 2 digits for the year instead of 4. So instead of 1956, it's just 56. And that made the computers run faster, and so obviously that seems like the right choice back then. And it wasn't until around the 80s that people started to wonder, what's going to happen when the year 2000 comes along? Are the computers going to understand that it goes from 1999 to 2000 and not back to 1900? Are they going to be able to keep the information? What's going to happen to your calendars, your date on the computer, all your information on your computer? What's going to happen? And no one had an answer to that, and that was where the problem arose. And it really began to take off in the 90s. Leading up to 2000, people just started really panicking, people who had their entire lives on their computer and their finances and all that, what's going to happen? And in the 90s and leading up to the 2000s, it just got increasingly more chaotic, and people were throwing money at computer programmers to try and fix their computers and doing whatever they could. The government was freaking out. They had no idea what was going to happen. Were all the nuclear weapons just going to somehow launch? Would, none of the computers work? Would we have electricity? Would planes fall out of the sky? It just got increasingly, bigger worries about the horrible things that could happen. And people started stockpiling food and water, shelter, started basically training themselves for an apocalypse, and most people thought, they were crazy. And, I really wish I had looked a little closer now, because exactly that happened. We have no electricity, we have no computers. It really is an apocalypse, and, bodies may have not rained from the sky, and fire may have not come down, and the world may have not ended, but our society is in ruins, and, we're basically back to the Stone Age. We're fighting over supplies and using hand-to-hand combat. Nothing electronic works. And it's just, I never would have believed it, and I don't know what's going to happen to us. I just hope someone in the future can find this and look back and understand. And I guess really that's all for tonight. Oh God. I just went outside to try and find some supplies, and oh God, I ran into some guy and he beat me up, and I think I broke my arm. Sophia, come here, I think I broke my arm.
Yeah, I'm coming. Okay, so I brought this stuff that I can fix your broken arm. I got this flat and hard stick that I can hold your broken arm, and I'm gonna rip this rib really tight. You okay?
Yeah, it feels a lot better.
Okay, this is it.
Thank you, Sophia. That feels a lot better now that I can't move my arm. Oh God, I hope this heals soon. I don't know how I'm gonna survive with this broken arm. Ugh. Alright, so my arm is healing pretty well, but after what happened, we're just not feeling too safe, and we wanted to, take some precautions in case one of us got hurt. So we found this big bear, and we've been practicing CPR on it because, we just want to be prepared in case one of us gets hurt, and Sophia knows how to do CPR, so.
Hey, so I took CPR class when I was in high school year, so I just reminded myself. Okay, so first you have to make sure that Sin is safe, and tap their shoulder, and I say like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And check he's not breathing, and you gotta you have to straight your arm and punch it in the middle of the chest like 30 times, and open the airway, and we need to breathe, like, and you have to do 5 sets and call and get AED or like first aid kit to save person.
Alright, I think I can do that.
Yeah?
Yeah, alright, good. I feel a little bit safer now.
Sweet.
Alright, cool. Let's see what's for dinner. Alright, so after getting beat up and having my arm broken, I decided that I wasn't going to let that happen again. So me and Sophia, we cut some bamboo. We've been using them as staffs and training ourselves on how to fight. We've also been throwing knives, doing the classic weaponry so that we can defend ourselves from now on. Because, I thought this wasn't going to last very long, but honestly it's just getting worse. People are getting hungry, they're starting to get violent. So we just need to defend ourselves, and this is the best way we know how.
I want to eat it. I think it's really.
Oh, you should. I used to do a lot of play sword fighting when I was little, so you got nothing against me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh!
Bro.
I'm gonna plug you longer than I thought.
What you gonna do? You think you're stronger than me?
I'm gonna plug you.
I'm scared.
Alright, well, that's our video. We're still just around here surviving. I don't know, we've shown you pretty much everything we know. I don't know if anyone out there is watching this. It's rough, and, you know, we thought nothing was going to happen. You know, we thought it was all a hoax, but man, it's real. And so we're just doing our best. I don't know how long we can make it. Yeah. Say bye, Sophia.
Bye.